I know a lot of us were put off a bit when Nintendo said that we were gonna have to pay for the Switch Online. They said we were gonna have to, from the start, but it was delayed, was the thing. They didn't start charging until, or the subscription service didn't officially launch until September 18th, 2018. So there was a stretch of time there. That's when we started to have to pay. I've been a member for 6 years, 5 months, and 13 days. It says up there since day one. That's exactly since September 18th. Yeah, I mean, they got me. They got me hooked. They got me hooked on it. And I'm a family member. And I have the expansion pack. The expansion pack was released October 25th, 2021. It's been a few years on that one. But family pack, I get my money's worth. I think I have, what, I think 7 people you get to add. And that's like people in my house, and then people not in my house are added. Sure, the people they split that up and have other people add, like, hey, give me like $10 or so, $7. I don't know. People do that. I don't. I'm just happy like sharing my membership with people. It's fun. It's fine. It's cool. If other people are happy, I'm happy, right? But the thing with this service, the main thing was like, wow, you got this access to play games online play, right? Online play. That was like the big thing. You could play Animal Crossing, Monster Hunter, Splatoon, right? And it started out with NES. You got NES games was one of the other perks. I think there's 20 games at first. And then they started adding these other systems, Super Nintendo, Game Boy. The expansion pack stuff was Nintendo 64 and Game Boy Advance. And what else? Wasn't what was Sega Genesis? Where's Sega Genesis at? What the hell? But yeah, it started out with NES, right? Oh, and you got the save data cloud, special offers. This is all the stuff that's in the Switch Online app on the Switch. F-Zero 99, Tetris 90. Remember the Super Mario 35? They took that away? Bastards. Missions and rewards. You can get little platinum coins for physical rewards. That's nice. Here's the expansion pack. That's where the Genesis is at. But you get like the booster course pass for Mario Kart. There's a lot of stuff that you get with all this nonsense. Here's all the pricing. $80 a year for the family membership for the expansion pack. Whatever, dude. I pay more for Xbox and whatnot, and I think I get more value out of this. But the thing that I wanted to talk about that people are, I've been seeing people like, oh man, like we just found out that Nintendo is actually removing a game. And the only way you could find out if they don't announce it is going to the game archives here. And this is how somebody found out because in Japan, Nintendo announced that, hey, they're removing this particular game. In Japan, people were like, well, are they going to do that in the West as well? Because Nintendo didn't announce it. But if you go in here and you look for the particular game, Super Soccer, where is it? Where the hell is this damn game? Did I go past it? I don't think I did. It's down here somewhere. Because you can pull up the data on it, right? So it tells you like the year when the game came out. But Super Soccer, you click on it, it freaking says right here. Like you can watch like a little, I guess a little video clip of it, a little snap. Wow. Nintendo actually published this game in the West, but not anymore. I mean, originally they did, but now it's like Spike Chunsoft or something. But yeah, for whatever reason, the game's no longer going to be available starting March 27th, 2025, 6 p.m. Pacific. It's the first game that Nintendo's removing from this service. For whatever reason, it's not necessarily a Nintendo choice, right? I wish I knew the details and how this service works for like putting, like, obviously Nintendo, if they're like, hey, we're going to put Legend of Zelda up on here, we're going to put our first party titles on here, they can do that easily. But what about these other games that are owned by other companies. How do they entice these companies to put these games up on here, right? How does that happen? How do they, tickle them with the monies? How does that share work? Like, is it by like how many times people actually play the damn game? Do they get like a few cents? Is that the kind of thing? Like, well, put it on our service. Depending on how many people play it, once it's on the service, you'll get a percentage share of those who subscribe to the service, or is it a flat fee? I wish I wish I knew how it worked. Maybe somebody out there knows. I don't know. I've tried looking it up, but I've never found any information. But like, is there some way where a company is like not making money by having it up on here, or is it like detrimental to them in some sense to where it doesn't make sense for them to have it on here? Is it a thing where Nintendo's like, hey, nobody's playing your game at all? Like, we're not going to pay you anything. So then the company's like, well, then screw you. We don't want our game on here because we're not going to leave it up here for free if we're not getting anything. Like, that's what I'm curious about. Like, how does that work? Because are we going to start seeing a lot of other games falling off from other companies? Because there's a lot of stuff that's not Nintendo owned on here, as you can see. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff, especially NES, Super Nintendo. Other systems, I mean, look at like Demon's Crest, freaking Capcom games. Do we subscribe to this service for these games? I always say this is the Switch Online rental service. I wish it was a virtual console and was like, hey, you can buy these games. I've fully accepted, like, hey, I don't own any of this crap. I'm just paying to like for this service, and this is kind of a perk. It's like I'm renting it. If I stop paying, I no longer have access. I like that these games are on here. Um, Certain games I like that are on here. I don't really care about most of this stuff, even the games that are like some of my favorites, because either I own them on the original consoles or I could just play them any which way I want. But the ones that I really like are the things that you could play online with other people. Games that like I'll be sitting here at home, either recording a video sometimes or just BSing, and I'll get invites from some of you guys who are on my friends list to play games like Switch Online stuff that's multiplayer, like retro games. And that's fun, dude. Like playing with you guys, playing with other people, some of these Switch Online games. That's the biggest perk with this stuff that I enjoy. I still wish we could own them, but I, it's fine, I guess. Being able to play online with some of these titles, I think is cool. So I've accepted that. I've accepted that. You know, they're still adding games. I think the latest game they added was Game Boy Advance. We just got where is it? Well, there's not a lot of Game Boy Advance games. Wario Land 4, they just put that up not that long ago. I'm kind of falling behind on taking a look at these games, but yeah, they just put Wario Land 4 up. So, I mean, how are they going to expand this into the Switch 2? Are we going to lose more games? Are we going to add more systems? Is there going to be another tier? And they're going to add Wii and GameCube games, maybe, but we're going to have to pay extra for it? An expansion pack plus plus? I don't know. But there you go, man. They're removing stuff, and we don't know if it's going to end. Let me know what you guys think. Just a little rant and ramble for the day. Appreciate y'all. Bye.